Kodak Black ripped off West Texas. Janky promoters, Desert Edition. So over the weekend, Kodak Black was supposed to come to La Hacienda Event Center in Midland, Texas. It's in between Midland and Odessa on 191. He never showed up. Now, he did go to a club in Odessa afterwards at about 4 a.m. in the morning, I guess, to make it up, supposedly. So anyways, I have all the details here. I want to state right now that you may not support Kodak Black. You might not even know who he is. He's a big time rapper. But my issue with this whole situation is this is bad business. And you're not going to sit there and rip off my people in West Texas and get away with it. I'm actually in talks with parts of Kodak's management team. I'm not going to disclose who. Thankfully, they responded. They said that Kodak Black is very sorry and he loves his fans and you're going to get your money back. That's what they said from Eventbrite, should I add. And I've also spoke to two sides of this promotion team, and I'm gonna be honest. They're basically blaming each other, pointing fingers at one another, and it's getting kind of messy. Anyways, I wanted to highlight this and showcase what had happened over the weekend. Let's check it out. So, what had happened was Kodak Black was promoted on La Hacienda website. This is off of Kodak Black's Instagram page. It's no longer there. And this was a legit show as far as the eye could see. Turns out he didn't show up. February 27th, all ages venue. Doors were to open at 9. I seen footage. This line was all the way back to the Hacienda, and they did not open at 9. People sat in line for 3 hours, if not longer. And then, once they got to the door, they actually were told their tickets from the Posh ticket service were no longer valid. They had to switch their tickets, or I would say buy tickets again from the Eventbrite ticket system. Huh! People bought VIP bracelets, tables, tickets, came from out of town, Airbnbs, everything to see Kodak Black in Midland, Texas. And he never showed up. So they waited in line 3 hours, had a big old fiasco with the tickets at the door. When they got in there, the typical rap show, couple of fights here and there. People pulled up, seeing people already handcuffed. There's all kinds of chaos happening here. Open use of substances all throughout the venue. Reported, I've seen videos, footage of fights, everything. And then Kodak Black's people on stage being hella disrespectful to the concert ticket purchasers, y'all. I've heard some things that they said. I've seen some things. Kodak Black's people on stage treated my people in West Texas like crap. I'm gonna tell you right now. And they kept being up there saying they were gonna just wait. Kodak's coming. They just kept trying to allude to this lie that he was gonna make it. Come to find out, Kodak Black's team issues a statement saying that it was a flight delay from his personal jet. I got a question though. It don't make no sense. If the doors are supposed to open at 9, people waited in line for 3 hours. By the time the doors opened, I don't know, what was it, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, I think. At that point, they didn't open at 9. You knew. Everybody knows how long it takes to get somewhere in a plane. You know if you're being held somewhere and that plane takes an hour, 2 hours, whatever, to get to a certain destination, you already know. So I'm thinking they knew already when they switched the tickets at the door. This is just my opinion. They had to have known that he wasn't going to make it. They had other artists up there singing along, getting booed off stage. The crowd was getting pretty upset, and I can imagine why. Just to be held along by a string all night and to find out that he never would show up. They ended up having him go to Club Patron in Odessa, some club, I don't even know what it is. And they said that everybody could go there for free, take pictures and all that. But let's be honest. Many people, like some comments I have here, brought their children, right, to go see Kodak Black. And again, you ain't got to like him. You can say what you want, but this is an all-ages event. It's supposed to be safe. And I don't think anyone's going to want to come here being let down by him not showing up and they're going to end up wanting to go to Odessa, Texas, of all places, at 4 a.m. to go watch Kodak. So here is the actual statement from the venue, because people don't know what to do at this point, y'all. They don't know who to blame. Black Gold says, They deeply regret that the artist Kodak Black did not perform last night at our venue. Now, this is the La Hacienda page or brand Black Gold Event Center. They said that instructions were given by artist management. Anyone seeking a refund must request it directly from the platform where tickets were originally purchased. They gave a number to somebody's phone here and said they were the official promoters and full owners of the event. They said, according to information provided by the artist management team, the absence was due to a flight delay. This situation was beyond the control of Black Gold Event Center. The only responsibility assumed by Black Gold Event Center is the refund of table reservations purchased directly through our venue. To request a table refund, customers must contact our office directly or visit us in person with proof of purchase. Upon verification, the refund will be processed accordingly. We appreciate your understanding. Blase, blase. Somebody left a comment on my personal Facebook page that this same event center, Black Gold Event Center, La Hacienda, they've done this before. They have a record of basically screwing over their customers. This is what someone said. I'm not alleging it's true. I'm just saying that's what somebody left a comment on on one of my posts. They said they will never give them their business. There's a bunch of comments in this post that I made yesterday, I believe, and people are pissed off. And again, like I said, regardless of who Kodak is and what kind of music, rap music he makes, this ain't right to rip off my people. Now, let me get to some of these comments. I have some pretty interesting ones, and we'll wrap this up real quick. I'm already speaking to people behind the scenes here. I would hope and think they're going to refund people. I think refunds are probably already being processed if that's true. So just keep me aware of West Texas and let me know where we should go from there. Because like I said, these two different sides are blaming one another. And it's pretty interesting when I messaged them, spoke to them, got a hold of them. And like I said, they kind of want to speak. I don't know if they will, but it's a very interesting situation to say the least, because there's been a lot of problems with these promoters from other cities, and they just actually canceled the show in Amarillo. I'll post that momentarily. Let me read this comment. They show you a place where you can call and try to get your money back from, but meanwhile, they're getting interest on your money for something you didn't even get to go see. It's fraud. This is a scam. Meanwhile, some of these people are not going to go through all the process, and they're not going to keep that money on your expense. They need to be held accountable and refund all the money. Somebody wrote this. This is why I feel bad about it. They said, we drove all the way from Amarillo for this. All the expenses we made coming down here for nothing. Gas, food, Airbnb, posh tickets. Then had to repurchase tickets at the door. Then to be told, oh, he's a Patron, go there. We brought my son and his friends who are minors. Like, what the F do I look like taking minors to a bar/club where they can't even get in? God bless Taurus Media Inc. They made a statement saying, after careful consideration, we have made the difficult decision to cancel the Kodak Black concert scheduled for March 18th in Amarillo, Texas. Thank you, Taurus Media Incorporated. The decision was not made lightly. Over the past several days, concerns have arisen regarding the event, including uncertainty surrounding the artist's recent appearances, including last night's situation in Midland, Texas. They ain't dumb. And you know what? They have a reputation. La Hacienda, you should learn from these people. Our top priority has always been, and it will always be, the fans. All ticket holders will receive full refunds. Additional details will be provided directly to purchasers. That's how you do it. So Kodak Black came here, ripped off my people, but at least he's not going to rip off Amarillo. We are grateful for that. Thank you, Taurus Media, for doing so. Besides that, y'all, there's a bunch of comments in this thread. I'll post a link in the description. And I'm going to say one more thing, y'all. It's pretty sad to see a bunch of people, shout out Odessa, nothing but love for West Texas, Odessa, Midland. There's people in Odessa clowning us Midlanders. There's a lot of other people clowning anyone that bought tickets to even see Kodak Black. And like I said, it's not about Kodak Black. This is about bad business, okay? I'm not okay with this. And I'm going to tell you this. These people better issue the refunds, and it better be on the up and up. They did it over there in San Antonio. I guess they learned from this mistake. At the door, if you showed proof of your posh tickets, they let you in. I just actually seen a post from somebody on here that showed the actual post from someone at that event. I believe it was last night they were there. That's what they should have did in Midland, y'all. Anyways, like I said, they better make sure that my people get their money back. Like I said, I'm speaking to a couple of people behind the scenes. The guy said that Kodak Black is very sorry and people are going to get their money back. We will see. I want to read this one real quick. I will never go to another event from these people again. Bad business, terrible venue. We will never get another cent from me. If you're thinking of going to a future event, think again. They promoted this website to buy tickets, then switched it up and said they were fraudulent tickets, talking about do a chargeback, made us rebuy new tickets just for the entertainer to not show up. And not only that, I bought VIP tickets. Why did I have to argue with security? With security just to get something I purchased. They didn't want to give me my VIP bands, talking about they weren't doing them anymore, this, that, and the third. Like, what the hell? Finally, after arguing, they got their bands. And to top it off, the vendor for Posh is refusing to issue any type of refund. Black Gold is refusing to take any type of responsibility. So, like I said, a sad part is, if you can see right here, there's people laughing, right? People in Odessa, back to my point I was trying to make, it's Odessa, Midland, y'all, West Texas, and it's sad to see a lot of people in Odessa clowning us Midlanders, saying we deserve it, and that Kodak Black went to Odessa. Of course, they're probably happy. They got to probably get in there for free, take a picture with Kodak at 4 in the morning, while Midlanders and other West Texans got screwed. That ain't right. So there it is, y'all. This is my whole take on the situation. I am watching it because this is my city. And I'm going to watch fraudulent business such as this, and we ain't going to go for it. It ain't going to happen, y'all. Not while I'm here. And here's proof of the San Antonio situation. It says, everyone go check out the 1902 in SA. They worked out the issues with the Posh, but not for Midland. Use this to get your refunds. It says, after speaking with Kodak's team, this is 1902 SATX, they have decided to honor all Posh tickets at the door. No need for repurchasing. Wow. Midland got screwed. They didn't. We apologize for this mix-up and appreciate your patience while we sorted this out. Can't wait to see everybody tonight. I think Kodak and his team, y'all, they got a bunch of blowback. I'm going to tell you right now, I know they got a bunch of blowback. And to be completely honest, it probably stems from the social media element of the game. And I can sit here and say that it was all me, but it's kind of interesting because I started commenting on Kodak's post. No one else was saying what I was saying. It got deleted within a couple of minutes. I messaged the manager or someone that's right there, right-hand man with Kodak. I was surprised. He responded back to Nino America, and I told him, hey, we're pissed off down here. So I would think that I did have a part to play in helping get my people squared away. But if anything, this thing went viral everywhere. You can't be doing this to citizens, tax-paying citizens, people that give you business. It's basically in Texas, this is theft of services. Let's be completely honest. This is bad business. They're already canceling Kodak in Amarillo, his concert. He has a reputation of doing this. There's comments in here. There's video. There's proof. There's all kinds of stuff I can go on all day going through this can of worms here. But Kodak, this is my message for you, bro. Get it together. Get it together. Here he is. They said Midland. This is not Midland. This is in Odessa, y'all. He did show up there 4 in the morning if you're a night owl. So I told my wife, I said, he probably, he's probably like the rest of them. Stays up all damn night, wakes up at midnight probably. Most people don't live like that. So there it is. There's even actual footage of him. If I can pull it up real quick, I really don't want to, really don't care to. Let's see here. Well, after scouring the comments, I can't find the actual video. There's so many comments on here, but here they are cheesing, smiling with him in Odessa. So I guess if you didn't pay to get in, if you didn't pay to see him in Midland, you probably had a good chance of seeing him in Odessa. There's Kodak Black. He did come to Odessa. One more thing I wanted to point out is this. Oh, here's the actual clip. Well, that ain't much. Typical. He's on stage, halfway singing, dancing, and the crowd going wild. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in this place. And that's another thing they say about old Kodak, y'all, is he doesn't even perform. He lets the crowd sing, and he just dances around. Well, there it is. I wanted to show one more real quick before I get out of here. And it's this crazy article that was written by, of all people, TMZ. They heard about this, y'all. Check it out. Boom. I'll have my comment on this one, y'all. But they said Kodak Black missed concert due to flight delay, performed at another venue for free. And they give a quick little description of what happened. But Kodak, Midland, Texas, Odessa, Texas, made TMZ. And I commented on there. I said, this is bullcrap. I guess it's probably part of his crew trying to make it look better for him. But this ain't what people paid for. You saw what happened. People came here, spent money, came from different cities, and then they had a big old mix up at the door, double paid, some people did, spent thousands to get here to watch this man, never showed up. Then he goes to Odessa, Texas to some little club and performs at 4 in the morning. And there's TMZ with their headline halfway describing what happened. Anyways, there it is. I just want to make this quick video. I'm on top of it, y'all. I'm looking into it, and we will see where it goes from there. Kodak Black came to West Texas and left a bad taste in many people's mouths and pocketbooks, should I say, for doing what he did to the people. Now, promoters, event centers, and the artists, who's to blame here? If anything, Kodak Black, he's the big name. He gets all the attention. It's already affecting his business with people canceling future engagements. He's losing money. My message to you, Kodak Black, hey, Trump pardoned you, but I hope that you take your newfound freedom and your current success and you appreciate it and you become grateful for what you have. Kodak Black, he don't look like he's on the right path, everybody. That's just me being honest, like a bunch of rappers. I would hope one day he'd wake up and wake up before it's too late. I'm out of here, y'all. God bless.